Nineveh will be destroyed. However, he did not get on the boat to Nineveh, but to Tarshish. Why he did not obey the calling? This is because he had believed that there would be no salvation of God in Nineveh. Also, God has given up Nineveh. He thought that even if he had obeyed the call and talked to them, they would not believe the warning. Then finally they will be destroyed. However, as you know well about the story, he was sent to Nineveh and told them what God has proclaimed. Let's imagine how Jonah declared the bad news to them. You might think that he bravely proclaimed the prophecy to them. Repent. It is the time that you were converted. But actually, he didn't. He just said, listen, my boys, repent. Nineveh will be destroyed. By the judgment of God. Hanging around the margin. Much to his surprise, someone heard the message and went to the king of Nineveh to deliver the message. Amazingly, the king and all people of Nineveh repented and passed over the punishment of God. There was redemption because of Nineveh who obeyed God in the place where nobody worshipped him, where nobody praised him, where nobody prayed to him, and where nobody repented to him. Is there some place in your life where there is no God like Nineveh? You might have been praying to escape from there. But did you think about why God called you to that desperate place? From now on, I hope you no longer to try avoid, but find the purpose of the God where you have been called. Definitely, there is the purpose of the salvation of God there. Therefore, the calling of God is present for us. We can experience the grace of God and live with God by living out the calling. Not only that, we will be rewarded by the calling. Philippians chapter 3 verse 14 says, I press on toward the goal to win the prize for the which God has called me heavenward in Jesus Christ. I bless you all to remember the calling of God is in your life. Also, one question arises is how we can distinguish the calling of God among thousands of other callings in our lives. It is not easy because evil always tries to get us into trap. Sometimes we mistake a temptation as a God's calling. So it's very important to clearly determine whether it is calling or temptation. How can we see difference between the calling of Jesus and the temptation of evil? There is a way to know the difference. In John chapter 10, verses 27, Jesus said, my sheep listen to my voice. I know them, and they follow me. Jesus said, that his sheep remembers his voice. We cannot remember the voice of the person whom we have met once. If we know someone's voice at once, that means we have a very intimate relationship with him or her. People who have a close relationship with Jesus will be able to distinguish the calling of God among many voices. Therefore, most of all, we need to develop intimate relationship with Jesus Christ to enjoy the presence of the calling of Jesus. What effort do you put in for the healthy relationship with Jesus? To have a healthy relationship with Jesus, we need to read the Bible regularly, study Bible regularly, to pray regularly, not only when something happens. Also, we should pray not just to ask for something, but to listen to the voice of Jesus Christ. Among you, some people may say, you are scoring us game, but who doesn't know this is already? You might. You're right. But it is an obvious conclusion. The only thing you knowing without doing is powerless and meaningless. So now, it's time to go one step further to Jesus. This is the time you go forward to Jesus.